So, uh, last time we had a bit of cuteness overload with adorable moments in you guys training back in Garokutsu. Tsume summoned an adorable little tiger. Shiori had a moment with Marasagi that was interesting. And, let's see. Kelson stayed up half the night and almost had an aneurysm. Or Ryan, rather.
You almost gave Shiori an aneurysm.
Yeah, that too. And then once all this, also during the training, there was a visit from a raven, which led to the whole rehash of Tenemaru's character, and Sora and Kijo left Garokutsu earlier than everyone else was heading straight for Dataku.
And they took messages with them.
Yes, and they took the notes that were provided for them, one to speak to Tsume's brother, and one to torment Tenemaru. Once that was done, you guys then head on out and make your way towards Rusadana again to take Satomi back home. And at a point in the fork in the road, it's, do we continue going south, which is where Tsume wants to go, or do we go to Rusadana? And, well, I initially was hoping that you guys would pick one or the other, and you guys picked both because you split up. Ryan, Kimogu, and Satomi went on to Rusadana, while Marasagi, Shiori, Tsume, and Mikashi, the cowboy pirate ninja person, cop, went down towards the desert. Up north in Rusadana, Ryan had his own craziness to deal with, which, if y'all listen to that, then huzzah. I'm not going to put it into the recap here just in case you didn't actually listen, but you probably did. You too, that is.
I did. Yeah.
I think Sam did too.
I did.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was pretty sure Knives did, just because of context. But
I was chatting to you while I was listening to it.
Yes, exactly. And then, meanwhile, everyone else went down south and came across a corpse, and then was attacked, and they trapped Mikashi trapped said person via headhunter jutsu, and then Tsume raged because said person apparently knew her mother, or Shira. So.
Yep, and I have some questions for him.
Frenzy rage, and
but he is knocked out.
Yes, you weren't hitting him with something that was lethal.
Nope, it was just my sword cane in its case, and I just went whack, whack, whack.
Yeah, she basically beat a guy up with a nightstick.
This is not a drink.
Huh? What?
What?
I picked up a bottle of aspirin. It's not a drink.
Okay, dear.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Are you sure you're okay, Ghost?
Put that over there. This is clearly not a drink.
I wouldn't think so, no. I'm wrong, not quite.
Shh. I'm not drunk.
Are you sure?
Right.
One can never be too sure.
Precisely. Okay. So, we open up on the aftermath of Tsume having beat the head that is sticking out of the ground to a pulp.
Not entirely, but yeah.
And Mikashi is actually not necessarily shunned away from the all-in-all rage, and he's just looking at Tsume in part to make sure she's okay, and in part to make sure that there's not an extra bit of rage there that might come and attack him.
Oh, right. Need to check that.
Check whether or not Mikashi is a valid target.
There's a thing that I think... I don't know
Answer
if
is
that was...
probably not.
Yeah. I need to see what Frenzy tells me.
I'll look at it.
I take 2 points of damage per round. No, 4 plus my con. My con is plus 3, so 7 rounds.
To end it, and rounds.
I have to.
Rounds are measured in, what is it, intervals of like 6 seconds or something? Or 10 seconds, something like that?
It's 6 seconds in this system.
6 seconds per person or 6 seconds per round. And so, what is it? How many rounds? 7?
It's 10 rounds per minute.
But right. I have to roll it. I still have to, since I just basically did 1 round on them, I would have to roll a DC 20 to get out my frenzy. Or I'll just sit there and be frenzied and just be like, grrr.
Mm-hmm. While frenzied. Yeah, you can use a will save to resist being frenzied, but you only attack those you perceive as a foe.
But the thing is, he's already unconscious, and I would probably keep it, if I failed my DC, I would keep attacking him until he's actually dead.
Probably, yeah.
Great. So I guess I'll have to roll.
We'll save it is.
My will is plus 5.
That is not a 20. That is an 11.
Good. So I'm still in a frenzy. Anyone want to do anything about this?
So can Shiori kind of guide Tsume away so she doesn't punch this guy into pieces?
Well, I would assume that Tsume is not going to perceive Shiori as a threat, so probably.
No.
I mean, if anybody can perceive Shiori as a threat, they've got some serious problems.
Yeah. Sort of like Kadia did at first, before you actually made her realize who you were.
I am small child. Do not fear me. I'm small electric child. Do not fear me.
Anyway, so what do you do?
Do I have to roll anything to guide her away?
Probably strength.
Yeah.
Since I want to go at this guy again.
Sure. Oop.
What do I have to roll?
You would probably roll strength, because...
Straight strength?
Mm-hmm. My strength is 0, so...
Yeah, you're slightly tugging me and stuff and pulling me back, but I'm, like, still kind of in place.
Alright, she's gonna, like, glance up at Marasagi, like, help?
Yep. Mikashi and Marasagi are both gonna try to help here. This is what happens when the character with the most strength is the one that's raging.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Help.
Well,
Well, if you had that as a total, you beat me.
Yeah, if we group together.
Yeah, so,
Can the weight of 2 people and a demon rabbit push her away?
Yeah.
probably. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll let it go. That's just kind of the image.
Right,
It's
and
like,
just because, I think I'm going to have Shima come and help. And she has a +1 strength.
Nope.
5. She just, like, bonks her head against me.
So the image that I get is she's still raging, and she goes to wail on her wail on him again. And then Shiori just pops up out of the corner of the view and grabs her hand to try to stop her, but it's clear that Shiori's not going to be able to do it. And then Marasagi's behind her and is like got a hold of her shoulders, and you see Shima with her paw trying to hold Tsume back, and then Mikashi comes along and sort of helps pull more guide and pull her away, and he'll actually say, I think he's out.
And I'm just gonna sit there and just because I'm like frenzy, I'm just gonna yell random nonsense. Like, you don't know her. She would never join the likes of you. It's just like, ah! Let me at him!
She would never put cream cheese on her bagels. How dare you?
So,
goodness. Tsume, calm down.
Okay, so I guess they hold me back for, my duration. Or do I have to roll again?
Hang on a second.
6 more times.
Okay. So, yeah, I'll let you do another D20, and I'll actually give you a bonus on this one since you have them trying to help calm you down.
Okay, how much?
We'll say plus. What's your will normally? Plus 5?
My will save is plus 5, yes.
So we'll go plus. Yeah, you're making a DC 20 will save, so plus 9. 2 from Shima, 2 from Shiori. You're not as close to Mikashi or Marasagi.
Okay. Nope. Ah!
Okay. So you're just sort of raging and how many rounds was it? 6?
7.
7? So go at a plus 11 again.
Oh! Hold on, let me just double check to make sure it's actually 7. Yes.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I'm taking damage per round, so far I've taken 4 or 6 damage.
Yeah.
Is it 4 or 6? Can't remember.
Frenzy gives you...
I take 2 damage each round.
So yeah,
and Frenzy.
And it's been 4 rounds now, so...
So 8 damage.
Well, you took the 2 from the last game.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
That's why I was adding it on.
Okay. Yeah.
So 8.
Okay, so there's this moment as you're trying to pull back where your will save at that 1 is just horrible, and you just sort of pull everybody towards him as you try to get
just back towards him. Oh, it's this tug of war thing.
Yeah, bearing in mind that it's one small little 14-year-old girl that is able to resist a full-grown tiger, a full-grown man in his 30s, a demon bunny, and Shiori.
Mm-hmm.
Roll again. Plus 13 this time. You will get it, darn it.
Since it's 18.
Really?
Right. I'm trying to think. There's something that, lowers the DC. I can't remember.
Well, technically I'm lowering...
Must attack those he perceives exposed, but abilities should he run out of enemies before he frenzies expires, rampage continues. He must then attack the nearest creature, determinedly random if several potential foes are questioned, and fight the opponent without regard to friendship or health, target, or his own. In this case, the DC is cancelled. To cancel this, frenzy is equal to DC 20 minus the Beastmaster's class level.
Where'd you see this?
It's under, if you keep reading down, it's under where it says that I can't use charisma, dexterity, or intelligent based skills, except for intimidate. Or concentrations.
DC to cancel frenzy is equal to... Okay, so in your...
But the thing is, it says regardless to friendship
it
or
does.
health. So,
Mikashi, Marasagi, Shiori, Shima. Roll a d4.
gotta roll a d4.
This many.
Three, two.
Got... That was... I said their order. Mikashi, Marasagi, Shiori, Shima. Shiori.
Yeah.
Roll an attack. You're smacking Shiori.
Ah,
I know.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, that's gonna be my melee, so. Oh, I'm trying to remember if I still have my speeder.
It would probably
Right.
go away.
Yeah, they're probably gone.
You have to concentrate on those to keep them going.
Yeah, so those are gone. So it's just a normal +9. I'm so sorry. $11. Please tell me that.
That's a miss.
Okay, it's just like I'm ringing, like swinging wildly.
So you're pulling back, and there's this moment where you're trying to push everyone forward, and you just lash out at Shiori, and Shiori just sort of whoa.
Well, I'm lashing out like kind of wildly.
Yeah, exactly.
And I take 2 more damage.
Roll it one more time, and this is at a plus. I'm going to still give you a max of +13, but your DC is
Lower. By 1, so it's actually a 19.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Alright, so how many rounds has this been?
It's been a total of 5 at the moment.
Okay, so...
Roll a d4 again.
Jeez.
Everybody rolls a d4?
No, just her.
2.
That's Marasagi. D20. Attacking
no.
Marasagi. Demon Bunny.
21. Ouch, where were you? I needed you a while ago.
That does not hit her.
Oh, thank goodness.
Her dex is absurd. You think that's gonna hit her?
Well, you never know.
Alright, so damage. You take the damage again, and
Okay,
then
so...
roll it a
now...
roll it a +13.
I'm at 56 health. Well, these are 13. Oh, finally! I just stopped moving, and I'm just like breathing heavily, like. What? I've stopped raging, by the way.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
stopped.
you did? Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just like standing still, just breathing heavy. Just, am I fatigued?
Technically, it says that
Corinthians is fatigued for a duration of the encounter.
I'm going to say that you're still fatigued for a little bit because technically you're
Not really in combat, so.
your rage went out of the combat as well, so.
Yeah.
You're going to be fatigued for a little bit unless somebody decides to remove it.
Heal him. Get him awake. Just like pointing at him. The head just like lolling on the ground. Just like heal him just enough to wake up.
Oh, it's certainly not Mikashi or Marasagi that can do that.
Ghost!
It would be me.
Yes, are you paying attention?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, he needs... I'm gonna stabilize him. I'm not gonna heal him.
Need some
Okay.
the consciousness.
Well, he technically already is stabilized. So.
Oh, well, in that case.
Just enough to, like, wake him up. Or someone just, like, wake him up.
I guess. What is it? Mystical surgery. He doesn't need this many spleens. Here we go, healing, first rank. Perform requirements, DC 16, one touch action. Okay, cool.
So you're just going to tap his head and wake him up?
It is, target is healed at a rate of 1d4 plus 1 hit points per minute.
Yeah.
How?
For how many minutes?
Let's see. This technique may not heal a target whose hit points are lower than 0.
Which, that's what stabilizing is about, putting it 0. And he is stabilized.
Yeah, I just got him. I just got him to 0.
I'm gonna try to continue murdering him.
Don't.
Let's see. Once used on a creature for more than 3 minutes, for more than 3 minutes at a time, the user cannot stop healing the creature. Hold on. What does this say?
Once used on a creature for more than 3 minutes, or a minute and a half, or 3 rounds, depending on whether the user is a medical specialist or not.
Which I am.
You are. At once, the user cannot stop the healing creature less at least once he uses any. They will have the reversed effect on the creature due to chakra overload. Okay, so basically, you can only you have a max you can heal of 1 minute per level, which you're level 8, so that's 8 minutes. But which in combat would translate into rounds as opposed to minutes. And then,
Still.
Right. And you can go up to 8, but beyond the first 3, you start to hurt instead of help. For healing first rank can only heal so much. That's the concept there.
It just says the user cannot stop healing the creature. See, that's why I got thrown off. It's like I can't, if I do it for more than 3 minutes, I can't stop. But it does the reverse, so it's like if I do it for more than 3 minutes, I just have to kill him. I don't.
You're a medical specialist, so you can heal for longer. That's in that last little bit there. Medical specialist of level 1 or higher heals the target every 5 rounds. Basically, you can heal him, and I'm going to let you stop him for chakra overload because Shiori's smart enough to know how that works.
Yeah.
You're not going to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
But you can do 1d4 plus 1 and wake him up.
Sure.
With at least. And what is the perform on 16? So,
16.
Ninjutsu 16 to see if you can do your perform thing.
Yes.
Because your ninjutsu is
14. I already rolled it. It's a 29.
Okay, good.
And I heal him for 2.
Woo! So you just sort of plink, bonk him on the head and he's awake.
Yeah. Even Shiori can take him back down if need be.
Okay. So he is groggily and still ahead and just looking around at all of you. Saying nothing, though.
Morning, sunshine. So, okay.
He would be rubbing his head, but his hands are bound.
Yes.
Shiori's just like taking notes. Less talkative after unconsciousness.
So, with that, I'm going to, walk up to him. Can I, put my foot against his head to push it down to, one side? So his, ears touch it. Huh?
Ow.
Yeah, it'd be an owl, but yeah, you can.
Yeah, just do that, and I'm also going to take the blade out of its case and just, put it up against his cheek.
In a much more intimidating version of what Shiori did to him before he got trapped underground.
Kind of, yeah, but not to the neck, just to the cheek, under his eye. So he can actually see the blade.
Right. His expression...
Yeah, go ahead.
His expression is very much of a bland sort of hand.
Would you be so kind and to tell us everything you know about that name?
And what? I tell you what you want to hear, and you leave me here on the ground to die. Or I tell you what you don't want to hear, and
Either way, you're going to be stuck in the ground, so either you can sit here and die in the ground, or you manage to get your way out. Who cares? Tell us everything you know about it. That name, how do you know it? About it, all that. And you're going to tell us about Mitsu as well.
She's a general. Shira.
Okay.
She's a general. Mitsu fights with people, underlings. You can never tell if those are people that want to fight with her or those are people she's just manipulated. I'm assuming based on this, manipulated. She, when we found and heard of you, Mitsu targets you 3. Mostly because of Shira. I don't know why, but it was easy for me to understand when I seen how you fought that you were connected to her.
I'm going to press the blade just a little bit harder just to get a streak of blood out. And I'm going to sit there and be like, which way is she?
Mitsu or Shira?
You already told us where Mitsu is.
I don't know where Shira is. She moves around so quickly and so fast that there's no way I know where she is at any given time.
Oh, God.
What?
Oh, no.
I guess with that, I'm just gonna, back off of him and, go wander a little bit away from the group and just, pull my pack off and just, sit down with my back to them and start rummaging through my pack.
Tolerate you didn't.
What?
Tolerate you can't. No.
Anyway. So...
But you can't.
Yes.
I'm just sitting there with my back turned to you all, just rummaging through my pack.
Alright.
But it's relevant.
I know.
Because if this is what I think, if who he's talking about and what happened last session, and then, but, darn, why?
Anyway.
No, that's like pretty much you trying not to laugh.
We can hear your smile, Doris.
Oh, I know.
You need to stop listening to Hatter. He's a bad influence.
Yes. All the bad influences. Alright. So,
The worst.
what is Shiori going to do with that?
I'm honestly, Shiori's still trying to process all of this because, I guess she knows who Shira is. She knows that, like, I think she's starting to catch on to the implications of what this guy's talking about. And she's just gonna kind of look at Tsume and just kind of like she's standing there and then she just kind of like, I don't know, deflates a little bit, like, oh no. And she's gonna walk over to Tsume and kind of like kneel down next to her and she just goes, Tsume?
Just tears are running down her face. She is actually silently crying as she's like sitting there holding a mask from her back.
Are we like, what direction is this guy facing? Is like he facing away from us or toward us or like?
Well, Tsume said she turned away from where he was.
Yeah,
Okay.
with my back turned to like the group or something.
By the way,
is like.
Marasaki just kicked him.
Ouch! He is out again!
And knocked him out again.
And
Yeah.
that was a crit hit! Wow.
Crit damage, anyway.
Shira's just gonna go, Marasagi, don't do that.
He's not dead.
I know that.
I have brain tumors. Oh wait, no. So many concussions, not tumors.
Every time you hurt him, it makes it harder to heal him because he can only take so much chakra in his body before he just explodes.
Do we need him now?
I'm gonna
She's-
lean over to Shiori real quick and like whisper something to her, because if she like speaks out, her voice is like gonna crack and like no, she's crying. I'm just gonna whisper, can you have dirt ground dude who sat there and buried the dude.
Mikasi.
Mikasi do something about like the dead body, like actually like bury him or something, so he's not like being picked by birds or something.
Oh, that body.
Yes.
I was like, wait, she didn't kill him. Oh, wait.
Yeah, there's another body that's like been out for a little bit.
You go and ask Mikashi to do this?
Yeah, she's gonna get up and walk over to Mikashi and say, hey,
Is she okay? He said to Tsume.
she's gonna give him a look, like,
It's like, don't ask.
you do not want the answer to that. You already know the answer to that question. Why do you want to make me say it?
I get it.
Like, that kind of look. And it's like, she wanted to see if you could bury him over there.
I got it.
Thank you. And she's gonna go over and sit next to Tsume and like kind of grab her hand, her free hand, if she has one.
I'm holding a mask in both hands.
Oh, she's gonna rest her hand over one of Tsume's. This guy's probably a liar. Let's just not assume anything until we find out.
But he was right that she was with the group, because you remember the lady that we rescued from the ground dude. Dirt-skinned dude. Whatever.
Yeah.
And she'd seen my mother with the group. But as a captive.
Well, he did say Mitsu is manipulative. If anything, if she is, it's probably not from her own choice.
I hope not.
We'll get her back. How are you feeling?
Feel beaten, exhausted.
You want me to help with that?
If you could. Well, are we gonna camp here for the night? What time of day is it, Tard?
Probably late afternoon. I was sort of actually imagining this scene coming to evening, and then there's like dull sunset sort of thing.
Yeah. Sounds like that. Well, if we camp here, it should be fine. And
alright. Okay. So mechanically, she's just suffering from fatigue?
Yeah. Actually, my health points are kind of low. I'm sitting at 56 out of 70, so I am kind of hurt, so.
Okay.
Well,
yeah.
Part of it.
So she's gonna, let's see, what do I need? It's a ninjutsu, okay.
Does Makashi come back to the group?
Not yet, no.
Okay. So I have another question for him.
Okay. Anyway, while they're still sitting there, that passes. Shiori's gonna, just kind of lean in and gently kiss Tsume. And then when she does, she's going to use Vigor to, like, fix her for a few minutes. It's not gonna, like, fix her completely, like, you know, fix her fatigue completely. She'll need to rest, but for the next, like, I think it's, what level are we? 8?
Yeah.
So for the next 8 minutes, she won't be fatigued anymore. And then I should probably heal her.
I think that does outlast my fatigue. So.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I won't actually be fatigued afterwards, I don't think.
Good.
Yep. Vigor would have basically, even though Vigor itself is only for a duration, they don't feel fatigue. Frenzy's fatigue is a fatigue that goes away after a while because it's more supernatural in nature. So
and just if I was like still under effect of a rage ability and not really unfrenzied, that fatigue would actually turn into exhaustion.
Yeah.
So my fatigue does go away.
Alright. And then you guys...
Why am I dumb?
Huh?
I said, why am I dumb?
What?
I mean...
We spent all that time training. I learned several attacks. I learned zero of learning second rank in healing, so I can do more than 1d4 plus 1 damage, or healing. Like an idiot.
Well, that takes focus and time. Although, if it does get to the point where you guys are training and, like, traveling to go back to Dataku, I totally imagine Shiori on the banks, on the bow of the ship to go back to Dataku, training first rank healing on a fish.
Hold on.
And Shima trying to steal a fish.
That too.
Oh, wait a minute.
You actually have it.
Well, I don't have it, but... Oh, no, I can't. Never mind. No, yes, I can. A medical specialist of level 2 or higher may discharge the technique and instantly heal the target 2d4 plus 1 per level, maximum of 2d4 plus 5.
So
does not trigger the reverse effect of medical techniques unless used 3 times on the same target within the same encounter. So I can just hit her twice with this.
Ow!
Buff her up a little bit.
You can just burst heal Tsume.
Mm-hmm.
I sort of imagine it's a tender moment with, since medical treatments have your hands glowing with the green chakra and you have to have the touch, you're sort of like holding the sides of her face as you're, kissing and whatnot. And then...
I think she would actually, if she's sitting next to me, would have kissed my cheek.
No.
Okay.
Regardless,
Moosh moosh.
Are you just gonna sit there and hold my face and just go mush mush and kill me?
No. We can't.
Yeah. Anyway, you're holding the sides of her face, and then you burst heal from your medical specialist. So the camera sort of zooms away, and then you see the green healing chakra just.
It's just 2 really quick bright flashes.
And you're fully healed.
No.
Okay.
No, those aren't the healing rolls.
Oh,
I rolled to perform. I'm gonna have to point that first one to pass. But okay, yeah. So an 18 and a 23 for those.
Yep.
And then it's 2d4 plus
5.
No, I'm
What's
a medic
3.
3.
Oh, 2d4 plus 3.
Yeah. What's what?
I was wondering where that 3 is. What that 3 is for?
I used an action point.
Oh, okay.
It's an action point to make the 15 pass to do healing a second time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 9 and 9.
18.
18 points for Tsume.
Actually, I think you just healed me to full.
Yeah.
Yeah, because 56 plus 18, 4, carry on 1, 2, 7. Yeah, you healed me to full.
So there's this tender little moment between the two, and then Tsume's just right as rain. Boom.
Ah! I just give a small smile. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now Shiori needs to take a nap because she just spent a lot of chakra.
Yeah, I could use a nap too.
I've spent a grand total of 8 chakra.
Actually, I need to talk to the dude first.
Mikashi does at some point wander over, and he sort of indicates. You sort of look out from where he comes from, and you see that there's this little mound of where he's done an unmarked grave corpse thing. He didn't want to go dragging him to some graveyard somewhere else, because too many of the main towns are way too far away. So
yeah, as long as he has the badge for the guy, it should be fine. I was gonna sit there and wave on over and be like, is there any way you can get the equipment off the buried dude with the head sticking out? I don't know if you can go underground to do that, or you're gonna have to pull him up to do that, or what.
Well, he's unconscious now.
I mean, we can sit there and pull him up and then dig, take equipment off and then dig a hole again and stick him back in it, but...
Shiori's just gonna be looking at the edge of the hole, I really hope there's enough room for him to breathe.
Well, he's not. His head is lolled to the side. It can't lay flat on the ground because it's...
No, but still, if you're buried in sand or some kind of soft dirt, as you breathe, when you exhale, your chest collapses slightly, and then it fills with sand, and then you can't breathe out again. You can't inhale again because your chest can't expand.
Right. realistically, Tsume would assume that it could work out that way, and Mikashi will say, we could unbury him to search him, but I can't bury him the way that I did unless he's conscious and standing.
Right. So that's why I said, like we would dig the hole again and stick him back in.
And then you've buried a living man to die.
No, his head would still be out. I mean, if he could get out, he would try. I mean, if he dies, he dies. I don't really care.
Hey.
He just said... It's like... She, like, looks down and... Yeah.
Shira's just gonna go, look, I know. I do. I just...
What are we gonna do with him? Take him out and, like, tie him up? Where are we gonna take him?
I mean, I don't know. What do you feed them? And then you have to take them out on walks, and then...
She's just gonna tilt her head slightly to this, like, really?
What?
He's not a pet.
Well, I mean, yet.
Yet.
Look, I refuse to let you kill him.
I don't...
So that just means we're gonna have to keep...
Yes. It wouldn't be me killing him. It would just be like, he'll be stuck there, and if he can wiggle his way out of the hole, he can wiggle his way out of the hole.
Mikashi's already going to try to
just wandered off.
No,
just like unbury him.
He's already going to unbury him as you two are conversing.
Well, Shira's gonna go, look, that's not what I meant. I don't want anyone dying.
Alright,
not just them, not you, not me, not Mikashi.
Alright, well, just tie him up and we'll figure out what to do with him. Because I don't know where to head. I mean, we can head over the wall and we can try to head over the wall. Or just walk along it and see if there actually is an opening or not.
Okay.
What about he spoke of, this is Mikashi as he's digging him out. He spoke of a way in that went under the wall, and he indicates the direction where he had mentioned before.
No, the guy who died had a paperwork saying he was looking for something, looking for a way in under the wall.
Right.
But I don't think he actually confirmed that. Did he?
We don't know. But the very fact that is a possibility would be much better than trying to find your way over a wall made of sand controlled by Jinjuriki chakra, because we go to touch and messing with that wall, even if it allows us to travel over or through it.
I mean, we can sit there and knock on it and be like, hey, if you're home, come visit. We would like to talk. We have some questions. We could just knock on the wall. Maybe he'll feel it in his chakra. Like there's a disturbance in the force.
He probably would. You're probably right.
Sure, he's gonna cast a small force field and then go like tap on it. Go, huh.
But there is also the possibility because the thing is, the guy put the wall up on this, and the lady's hometown is, and said something about manipulating people. He might be manipulated. That's why there's a wall here. So, just a theory.
By the way, that's the kanji that was on the emblem before. I finally found what I was looking for.
Okay. I mean, he could be manipulated by her. I'm just saying. Depends if he put this wall. Well, they could have been in the long works like for a couple of years.
Do you think that needs to have something to do with the Nisuka?
It might. I mean, there's a chance that they might be manipulated, could put up this wall so that why no one can actually come and attack their base. If you understand. I mean, if there's that. But if they're coming out, there has to be a way out.
So you want to just check the wall and go from there?
And let's do what the cop guy was actually doing and walk along it and see if we can find something that might look like a way in underneath. Or something.
But first we search him.
Yeah, we search him and see if there's
anything. As he pulls the body out of the ground, we search him and we rest.
Of course we rest, and we'll tie him up. We need to tie him up.
Yes, we do. Alright. So, are you going to let Bikashi search him, or are you going to search him?
I will let him search. Actually, I will help him search, so I will make him search as well. So is that a search?
Yep.
Okay. He has clothes.
What?
I rolled an 11.
I think an 11 is going to tell you more than he has clothes. It might not tell you everything, but it's going to tell you more than he has clothes. You saying he has clothes made me think you rolled a 1.
Almost.
Shiori's still standing over there tapping on her force field.
What are you doing with a force field?
So someone said that maybe like if we knock on the wall that they'll feel it in their chakra, and she just goes, huh, and like goes over and like makes her energy shield and just starts like tapping on it with various things. Like,
The thing is, are we even close to the wall?
Yeah, we're pretty close.
Are we?
I
thought we were right at the edge.
You're at the edge of the desert, and it starts into the desert a little bit, so you're probably... I mean, you're not super, super far away, but I'd say like 30, 40 feet. Based on... Well, not 30, 40 feet, because... Okay.
It's just like a couple of minutes, like 30 minutes to get to the wall, or something.
Something like that. The very edge of my map, as I have it here, is
all desert.
Is all desert, and where the technically starts. So from your position right now,
it's a couple hundred feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
To the very edge is 155 feet. So.
Yeah. Okay. So like 200. You're like 200 feet from the wall itself.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens when she knocks on the wall?
Well, she always not knocking on the wall. She always knocking on her force field to see if she feels it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be kind of the same thing where you're like poking yourself to see if you feel it, but you can feel your chakra from the force field. Yeah, like
that's what she's trying to figure out.
She's in there. It's like if she's poking something, she's actually like poking herself. Okay, if you sit there and poke, you can feel your skin under your finger, but you can also feel the poke. So,
Marasagi, she's like on. She's watching all this, and she watches how Shiori is sort of like tapping on her force field, and she sort of shakes her head to herself, and then she's from Shiori's left. She's, hey, I don't think that's going to work.
Huh? Oh, yeah, no, I don't think it is either, but it was...
And then from her right, her force field's tapped. And then she feels it.
Shiori blinks and, like, turns to look.
Marasagi's over there.
How do you... Oh, right, Shadow. You're gonna have to teach me that.
Actually, it wasn't a shadow clone, but yeah.
Oh.
She's very fast.
No, she says, you're gonna have to teach me that, and then looks over to where Marasagi was and sees that it's not, and goes, Okay, you're gonna have to teach me that too.
Alright. So, let's see here.
Actually, I just got speed of lightning, so...
Alright. So, he sort of searches over the guy along with, Tsume. Are you looking for anything specific?
Well, basically taking any weapons off of him.
So, kunai and shuriken. Okay.
And then...
She only leaves what she sees, the clothes.
And, pretty much looking for, like, any instructions or missions or whatever.
He has, mission parameters that they have no definitive, seal or anything like that. But, he does have mission parameters that basically say to, look over and to guard the only thing that the mission parameters even really say is entrance. Doesn't say where it is, it just says guard the entrance.
We must be close then. Maybe that's why that guy is dead, because he got really close too.
Okay.
Can Shiori use investigate?
To do what precisely?
To precisely see if she can figure out where exactly the guy was. Like, is there any other signs of, like, a fight or anything like... So, the guy's about where Mikashi is standing, right? So, about here?
Yeah.
Okay. So, was he moved there after he was killed? And if so, can I see where he was killed?
It was the camp.
It was a campsite that was around there. I just don't have the tokens for it. But yeah, you can definitely do investigation to do that. I get what you're saying now.
Yeah, basically she just wants to see if she can determine where the guy was killed, because if he was close to the entrance, that gives him an area to start looking. Okay. So, I know my investigate's not fantastic, but it's better than 0. I rolled a 15.
Alright.
Can the police officer help me investigate? She's gonna start looking around, around the campsite and whatever, and seeing where, if there are, tracks in the dirt or anything like that, or...
Oh, nice.
And kind of, explain her idea to Mikashi, and, maybe we can determine where he was, where the entrance is based on where this guy was killed in the first place, or where the fight started, if we're...
Right. In sort of investigating around, you find that, at least the area in which where the body was found, he does have, sand, grains of sand, and it basically you can determine that he was not killed here. He was killed actually in the desert, and he was brought out here.
Okay.
Which would also explain why there wasn't a patch of grass that was covered in blood, since he lost so much. Clearly, wherever he lost, the amount of blood that he lost was not lost here. He was dead when he was brought here.
Okay. So can we figure out where he was brought from?
Do they relay this stuff to all of us? To me and Bunny Lid
and Marasaki? I would assume so.
Right. If that's the case, if we want to see where like it came from. I could use survival to find tracks.
You could track a direct spot from where he is going. However,
yeah, and then,
you are still, well, you're not fatigued anymore, but you haven't actually rested or anything, so.
Yeah, I think before we do that, we should rest. So should we set up camp here?
It technically already is kind of a camp here. It's a little disheveled, but it's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Alright. Now, we made sure the guy was all tied up, so...
Oh, yeah. Mikashi used rope and tied him up and bound him and blah, blah.
Okay. Who's gonna take first drops, then?
I will. You two get some sleep. And that's, Mikashi.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take last, then. And one in between? Or just two?
It would be Mikashi and then Shiori and then Tsume.
Okay.
Okay.
Murasagi's probably just going to sleep or have Shiori's watch.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay. And then whenever Tsume is up doing her watch, Shiori is just like latched on to Shima. It's like snuggling her.
Yeah.
Alright. So, Mikashi is going to roll a spot to see if he sees anything. He should have clearly... Oh, that's not his spot. That's another character spot. I wonder.
I should eventually put points into that.
Yeah.
Yeah. His spot ain't all that great either. So...
Yeah, not bad.
Okay. Mikashi, when his watch is over with and Shiori is waking up, he says, I didn't really see anything of note. But, and he looks over to where the guy had been, or the guy was tied up before, having been searched. And he's gone.
What?
The ropes are still there, but he's gone.
Did we not tie his hands apart?
You did, but his teleportation jutsu can be done without hand signs. All it takes is a certain degree of mobility that could only be stopped by being buried underground.
Of course it did.
So he told you we should have buried him again?
He would have had to have woken up from that, and there was another fight. If you recall, and this is too. Okay, Tsume is asleep still.
Yep.
So, what is Shiori's response to seeing that he's gone?
She's just kind of like, she just kind of blinks and goes, well, we're not dead.
No. It probably has something to do with the information that he gave us. He's given us too much information now, and he said before that no matter what happened, he was
gonna die, so he's either on the run from them, or he's going to go and kiss ass. Out of character, by the way.
Yes, and that's actually what Mikashi says. Essentially.
Shiori just kind of shakes her head and goes, well, if he runs, at least he's still alive. Yeah, thanks, I needed that. I'll take watch.
Mm-hmm. Alright. And then it is to,
Do I need to roll?
Yep. Roll yourself a spot.
Ooh.
Jeez.
Please tell me that's Bunny Lady.
Oh yeah, I need to roll for her spot, don't I?
Ah!
Where is her spot? Because Bunny.
No one's topping on plus 12 right now, though.
She has a plus 13. Wow, they both tie. Wow.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Alright.
Just that 1 point shifted over.
Yeah, really. That's kind of funny. Okay. So, it's your watch with Marasagi, and you're keeping an eye out. Is there anything in particular that you're doing, or just are you watching the desert, or are you watching away from the desert?
She's gonna be, yeah, I think the desert is the bigger threat in her mind. Like, this is a wall made of chakra and sand, and who knows what else it can do besides just be a wall. And also, apparently every bad guy we've ever met lives behind the wall. So.
Or at least has been behind there at one point.
Right. So she's gonna be watching the wall, but she's like gonna be looking over toward Tsume a lot.
Obviously. So there's this point when Tsume, or not when Marasagi is watching with you, and she sort of, it's not necessarily a, like, urgent gesture, it's just more like a, wait a minute, kind of gesture. It's somewhere between, hold up, and look at that. And she just sort of,
noise?
Yeah, basically. And she just sort of taps you and gestures for you to look more towards the desert instead of at Tsume, which is at a point in which you were. And you see, you can't quite tell, because it's dark, it's nighttime, and it's like 200 feet away. 300 feet away. You see, you can't quite tell what it is, but it is something in the desert moving towards the wall very fast. It's like a dust cloud that's showing that something is moving, but you can't see the thing that is moving.
You said 300 feet away?
It's a good 300 feet away, yeah. Back towards the wall.
I'm pretty sure I did just...
And you did get some rest, so your chakra will be back. If you want.
Oh, yeah, no, but I'm just seeing if I can do a thing. No, not even that close. Okay. If I chain this and then run forever. Let's see, I can do 50 there, I can do 70 here, no, 60 here. That gets me almost to 110 feet. It gets me almost a third of the way. Yeah, Shiori's just gonna kinda go, well, unless you can make it over there.
I could, but...
With me, or?
With you, I'd be slower.
Yeah.
I don't wager you can teleport that far.
I barely,
Wait, look. And you notice when she's gesturing that, it's a good 100 feet away, and from your distance, it's hard to tell, but you see that whatever it was that was moving is stopped at the edge of the wall, and there's this moment where there's a very small ripple in the wall, and then the dust clouds are gone and cleared. It's basically as if whatever was running just went into the wall.
Shiori's gonna can I mark down basically set a marker on the ground, and then if I'm sitting here and the marker is here, then the thing I saw is there. Kind of thing.
It's basically pointing in what direction the
you're sort of triangulating to make sure you remember where that location is.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. She's gonna look at Marasagi and say, "Don't say anything to Tsume."
What?
We'll tell her in the morning. I don't want to risk telling her and then having her wander off in the middle of the night. Let's all get some rest, and then I'll tell her in the morning.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
And then it's Tsume's watch.
Yeah.
Yep. Anything interesting happen?
Just some sand flurries the wind must have picked up over there.
Okay.
Alright. I'm gonna get some rest.
As Tsume's or Shiori's going to lay down, Marasagi goes, "Oh, and the guy got away."
What?
Oh yeah. Teleport, no hand signs. He probably didn't go back.
Whatever, I don't care.
Yeah. Sorry.
Right.
It happened before I got up.
Right. So, I guess you're gonna snuggle Shima, and Shima's gonna just
yeah, she's gonna attach to one side of Shima and just go to sleep.
Alright. I don't see anything. But Shima sees something.
Oh, there we go.
Wow.
What?
So, okay. I'm going to offer something as to why Tsume's not really getting anything, but feel free to...
She's not getting anything because she's her head is all racked with emotional experiences of what's going on, so she's slightly deep in thought.
Right, and
she's just holding the mask, and then one point during the night she actually kind of puts the mask on, but turns it around so it's at the back of her head.
Yeah.
For now.
And I was just gonna say that there's sort of like what was happening with Shiori's watch, always keeping an eye on Tsume. It's something similar there as to why she's partially distracted.
Yeah, deep in thought.
Alright. Tsume, Shima, for her part, is just sort of keeping an eye out and looking around. And she's keeping a close eye on the desert, and you can sort of tell, since you have the bond that you do, that...
I can feel it if, something's not right, so...
Yeah, she's very, very pensive about going into the desert. She does not like the idea.
I'm just gonna sit there and pet her. Just on the head, scratch behind one of the ears. It's okay.
Yeah. Alright. And then morning comes.
Nothing else interesting other than the guy getting away and just going and picking up the ropes and stuff. Just
Those are actually my ropes, Makashi says.
I just handed it to him. Just picking him up.
Yeah, of course. Alright. Did anything happen while I was asleep?
Not for me. It's all you know is just this mask sitting on the back of her head. And that's the only thing that changed with Tsume.
Makashi doesn't make any kind of gesture toward any kind of
anything. Anyway.
He clearly sees that the mask is there, but he doesn't say anything about it.
Yeah. So, waking up Shiori.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. Come on, let's get you some coffee made.
Uh,
You do have some coffee, right?
uh,
I need an answer.
uh.
Can I look through her pack, see if I can find coffee?
I don't think it's necessary. I would assume that Shiori would always pack coffee.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cherry
I'm
packs
just like
absurd. Cherry packs more coffee than you think she probably could make.
It's a very sort of anime logic of her coffee.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna like start making coffee for her.
Actually, at the point in which you're waking up, Tsume, Marasagi already is.
She's already making coffee?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, awesome.
Hey, best bunny friend.
Yep.
And then just like go over and take hold of one of her ears and just go mush, like, wait for your coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Because he first starts to ask Shiori if she saw anything, and then he registers that she's not fully awake, and then he just sighs and sort of looks around at the position that we are all in, and says, "And what do we plan to do now? Go and knock on the wall?"
Yeah. Knock on the wall, see if anything happens, and just basically follow the wall and see if we can find an entrance.
Shiori's like drinking her coffee, and she goes and sits back down in that spot that she like marked out the previous night, and she's just gonna go. So we saw a dust cloud go into the wall.
What?
Yeah, it was too fast for us to catch.
And you didn't bother to wake me up?
It was gone by the time we figured it out, and then there was no way we were going to get to it, so...
Or you could have possibly yelled at it? See if you could derive its attention away from the wall?
Yeah, it... with as fast as it was moving, it probably could have been here, hit us, and left before we even had a chance to react, so...
Good point.
Shira's gonna, like, look down at her landmark that she set and, like, just kind of, like, scoot a little bit to the left and, like, tilt her head and go, about right there. And point.
Because she chuckles and says, not bad. So is that where we're going then? Targeting that way?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, that's my vote.
Yeah. Let's go poke that part of the wall and see if we can get a reaction.
Okay. So, you guys,
pack up and get everything and head towards the wall.
Pack up and begin to make your way to, that part of the wall.
Yep.
And, let's see here. Go moving everybody down through the little map that I have here. Okay. So you travel for assuming you weren't going at a brisk running speed, or were you?
Probably not.
No,
just being careful and being careful and keeping an eye out for things.
So at a sort of calm, not necessarily stealth, but sort of a calm and not rushed pace. Roughly how long would it take to go about 300 feet?
300 feet's like not even a tenth of a mile. It'd take us maybe 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like roughly 5 or 6 minutes or so. So it's
you would think that other person would have noticed us if we made a camp.
But so you're making your way up towards the wall, and as you're moving closer, it's because of depth and dimensions. It starts to get for you to realize just how huge this wall is.
I'm gonna look at Shira and it's like, you said this cloud went through here?
Yeah, they just kind of the wall. I don't know, rippled or shimmered or something, and then
wait. You mean they walked through the wall?
Yeah.
Can I take I want to search. Basically, I want to look for tracks.
Oh, tracks in the sand, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and see if I can tell, like, if there's, like, footprints leading up to...
That would technically be track. So, you can use... Basically,
it's survival.
Yeah, you can use survival instead of, like, search or investigate. If you want
that's what I was, like, basically suggesting. Oh! Yes!
Yes!
Haha!
Nice.
I'm so glad you got that 20. It's great. Okay. So
starting rolls.
Yeah, this is such a great character moment for you to get a nat 20 too.
Yeah.
All right. So, Tsume, you do find like discernible tracks. It's a little difficult at first,
sand,
because it's sand, and two, because it's not like tracks someone would make walking or even running. It's sort of, basically it's tracks that imply that the person that was moving was getting a ton of, like, airtime. The space between one step to the next is much longer than it should be. And the prints that are in the ground aren't even really solid footprints. They're more like claw marks and scratches, or like perhaps an animal's tracks, but way spread out. And there's a certain key point to those tracks that I am going to send to you specifically about those particular tracks. There you are. There you go.
That's what I thought. Mm-hmm. So I know, like, which part of the wall they went into?
Yes. You can sort of gauge and judge which angle that they went to get to the wall. And if you're looking in that direction, and if anyone else is looking in that direction, give me a spot check. Anyone who's looking in that general direction.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, wow, cool. Two nat 20s in a row.
Yep. We're on a roll today.
This is a good point to be like that. Roll for spot for Mikashi.
I forgot Shima.
And Masagi.
She sees the same thing I do.
Alright, Sagi. Why'd you roll? Okay. So, Shiori. Great character moment for you to be the one to see it, too. Okay. So, and since Shiori sees it, and everyone got at least like a 15 or so, the DC was technically like 15 to really see it, but having it a nat 20, you get a little bit more in specific detail, which I'm sure Shiori would recognize. But have you guys seen like it's not like a scroll, and sort of like the paper bombs or the tags, the kinds of scrolls and paper that is usually put onto something.
Oh yeah,
yeah, they're seals.
Yeah, it's like a seal and paper, and at first it's really hard to see because it's one small little paper seal in a slew of sand, literally like a needle in a haystack.
Mm-hmm.
But you do see that at the point when the tracks are, you do notice that about maybe 20 feet up the wall, there is a seal that is just sort of printed onto the sand. Like attached. Sort of like how you would attach paper and tag it to a tree. It's attached paper and tagged to the sand at the wall.
How high up?
Like 20 feet.
20 feet. She's gonna, look at Marasagi and say, "Can you throw me up there?"
Marasagi...
Oh, wait, no. Can I grab it with my chakra threads?
What's the distance on chakra threads?
I mean, Kankuro could do stupid shit with his, so...
Oh, yeah. I mean, the distance on them's pretty crazy, so... Let's see what we got here.
Chakra threads, that's tree climbing technique. That's not what I'm looking for. Soul Edge, energy shield, repel technique. Where are my chakra threads?
I got it.
Are they not under chakra control?
They're technically a ninjutsu, yeah.
I'm looking in the wrong place.
So I got it though. It's on page 5 of your doc.
Here it is.
Let's see.
Range.
And you only have D class, right?
I think so. I have to take a full mastery to do
something crazy. So you can. It's got a range increment of 10 feet. For you to do stuff, and if it's 20 feet straight up, you'd basically be making a range attack at a -2 because range increment.
Okay.
But you could do it.
I could.
Now, granted,
my range isn't terrible. My range is my better.
Yeah.
I'm gonna back up a few feet.
Uh-oh.
No, there's a reason, just in case.
Well, so, wait, could I have Marasagi throw me up a short distance? Or actually, I could probably just jump that distance.
You can jump that high?
You could try to make a jump check to cover some of the distance.
Well, I only need to jump about 10 feet in the air. And, if we're thinking about the way tree climbing works, if I reverse it, then I can just bump myself up into the air.
Okay.
That's the thing. We don't know how the wall will react. Like the wall.
I'm not touching the wall. I'm just bouncing off the floor.
Okay. So.
Wait, are you going to use the sand to basically trampoline jump onto it?
I think that might be a little dangerous considering how close we are to a wall that's made of chakra infused sand.
Yeah.
I'm just going to basically reverse the principles of tree climbing technique and fire myself into the air a short distance.
Which is how jumping the technique works.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
which I have.
Yeah.
That's why I backed up.
So you can try to do a jump to get. How tall is Shiori?
165.
No.
5'4".
5'4".
Yeah, I'm about 5'6".
So for you to get 10 feet up, for you to break that 10 feet mark, you'd have to jump at least 4 feet off the ground from your perspective.
Yes.
So do you have jump in any capacity?
I mean, I have the skill.
Yeah. Okay.
It's untrained and I get no bonus.
You don't. Okay. You can try
it's
to make
strength based.
Right.
What am I supposed to do?
You can try to make a jump and then do your chakra threads and sort of reach out and grab it.
Okay.
I would
or
say
just stand on Marasagi's shoulders.
I would say that you can do the jump, and you do the perform for your chakra threads if you have to, or do you?
Yes. It's a DC 13 though, so I actually can just succeed.
You auto-succeed it. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm gonna say. First, make a jump. Just a straight D20 roll.
Nice.
Okay. Now give me a ranged attack. Just straight up ranged attack.
Fab.
Alright.
Okay.
So.
Guess I won't have to sit there.
This is either going to be awesome or it's going to hurt like hell.
So you jump. You don't necessarily get the full height necessarily, because according to...
Wait, I just thought of something.
What?
What does the seal even do? This could be the reason there's a door in the first place.
Following along here.
Yeah, I know.
A little too late.
So, you jump, and you latch out with your chakra threads, and you attach them effectively to the seal that is in the door.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in that split second you got them attached, are you just going to sort of hold? Are you going to see if the chakra in the seal affects your threads, or are you going to, pull?
I guess if I can do it fast enough, see what the chakra, what the effect it is.
Okay. So there's no real discernible reaction. You don't get, zapped by an electric shock or something. But there's no sort of discernible reaction to the seal, although you do get a sense that
you might have just broken the doorway.
You get a sense to it's because since the chakra threads are like thread, they're like rope. You sort of feel like if they stay attached too long, your chakra threads are just going to sort of fray and break apart. Basically, the chakra that is in the seal is much stronger than your chakra threads, so your chakra threads are being disrupted by touching it.
Right.
Essentially, if you had pulled, you'd have done nothing. Your chakra threads just would have broken.
Yeah, Shira's not gonna pull anyway. She's just gonna release and land and kind of it's if you've ever jumped into the sand, it's kind of shifty, so she's staggers a little bit, and she's just gonna go. I should have figured out I should have said something earlier, but I was thinking we should probably figure out what that does before we go messing with it.
I would agree, says
Yes.
she.
Thanks for saying that earlier.
Well, do we go...
I guess I walk up. Can I just, walk up to the wall?
Sure.
I want to poke
Shiori
it.
is right behind her.
I'm gonna poke it.
You're gonna poke this big, huge 70-foot wall of sand with your.
Yep, just right under wherever that thing is, and I'm just gonna poke the wall and see what happens.
Maelstrom of unknown demon chakra and tiny, tiny, tiny shards of glass. I'm gonna put my hand in it.
Yep. I'm gonna poke it.
Alright. So, and you're saying you're right under where the seal is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, you poke at the sword cane, and, how hard are you really?
I'm just basically testing to see if my sword cane can actually go through, that's all, so not very hard, but hard enough.
Right. Okay. Your sword cane, sort of, you poke, and then your sword cane sinks. Give me a strength check.
Uh-oh. Straight up strength?
Yeah, straight up strength.
Ah!
you lose grip, and it just sinks like vertical quicksand. Your sword cane's gone.
No! That's the thing, I didn't say I was poking it with the sword cane. I was poking it as in poking it with my hand.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I missed that step in there. I thought you were hitting your...
No, if I was poking it with the sword cane, I was going to say
out and steals the sword cane.
I'd be like, what?
Okay, so, yeah. Ever been in quicksand?
I'm not going to move.
I'm not gonna move. I don't think that's gonna help.
So you touch it, you poke at it with your hand, and then your hand starts to sink in it, and before you're able to really pull away, you realize that your hand's just sort of very, very slowly sinking into the wall.
As in going down or through?
Forward.
Going forward.
To where very shortly, unless you do something about it, or someone else does, you're going to fall forward into the wall.
Someone quickly tie a rope to me?
Rope. Battle wire, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just gonna, like wrap her wire around.
I would have, Cowboy actually additionally tie rope to me just to have, extra strength behind.
Yeah.
He's there. He's...
And not her battle wire, because it's, razor thin wire. She's gonna actually use her, iron wire.
Yeah. She's... So you're sort of... Your hand slowly sinking, and rather than...
And I'm having them, tie
you're
on
tying
me?
ropes to yourself rather than try to pull yourself free.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna sit there and be like, take a deep breath, and I'm gonna push forward into the wall.
And y'all are holding on with the battle wire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So...
Not with the battle wire.
Or with the iron wire.
Iron wire and rope.
Alright.
I'm also keeping one hand onto it, so I can, if I'm actually in trouble, I'm going to tug.
Right, of course. Alright. So, for what it's worth, Shima is not happy about this.
No, she's just she's sitting there pacing back and forth what's going on?
Yeah, basically.
The wall ate my person. Wait a minute, this isn't okay. I'm the only one allowed to eat the people.
Alright. So, you are, slowly...
I am attempting to walk through.
Alrighty then. So... You
drown.
You walk through, and it's a good thing that you did hold your breath, because there's a moment where, you're effectively in quicksand, and you feel that it's sort of, yeah. And then eventually you come out and you realize that on the other side of this sort of area of the sand, there is a cave. Based on how the structure of the wall is, you sort of realize that this cave, whatever it may be, it's like a cave, but it's structured partially underground and partially under the wall itself. It's as if the wall is 70 feet up and probably 50 feet, 50 or 60 feet deep. And it's as if here specifically, the wall is only barely 5 feet deep. And there's an open space here. Whereas it's as if you're inside the wall and partially under it, because there's inclines going down.
Alright, I'm going to tug on the ropes to be pulled back through, and I'm going to go back through.
Pull back out?
Yes.
Okay. So, it takes you a little bit, but I'm not going to have you roll necessarily. And you just sort of pull her back outside of the wall.
And I'm like, I come out and I, like, start brushing, like, brushing sand out of my hair and stuff and be like, there's a cave.
A cave?
Yes, there is a cave in there. Like, this section of the wall is not as thick, possibly, as the rest of the wall, but there's, like, a cave, like, partially in the wall, I think, by how it looks. And it, like, goes slightly down as an incline.
You also can tell that you sort of went to the wall. It encompasses like the harsh, the horizontal of the width of the desert.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice that the cave was structured literally like it was a part of the wall. It was the same width forward as the wall seemed to be thick, and was moving down in an incline towards what would effectively be the right, since you were on the left edge of the wall.
Yeah. So.
And
basically, like, we're telling them about it and stuff, and be like, we can make it through, but do we wait for the others to get down here?
And Mikashi looks to...
because if we go through, they won't be able to know where to go unless they can actually find it themselves.
It's very true. You said you saw someone moving through here, yes? And he's looking to Shiori.
Yeah, fast, too.
Mm-hmm.
If they were moving fast, they're probably way gone by the time we got up and over here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what about the whole reason that this group split up was to try to make sure that we got here before something happened to, I'm assuming, Shira, the person you're looking for.
But it seems like something's already happened. Because if from what I remember, I was little when she was taken from me, but when I remembered, she always put our family first before anything, and anything for the town she would do. I don't think she would actually join ranks with them. I refuse to think that she actually would.
So you think she's being manipulated or dominated somehow?
Maybe if that's Mitsu's kind of thing, maybe. That would be the only reason why.
And if she's using her as some sort of force, then she's not going to be killed, and you would have... Okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least you don't rush headlong into danger.
It depends what kind of danger I see. As you can tell, I just pushed my way through a wall of moving sand.
And Marasagi sort of tilts her head and goes, "And how was that, by the way?"
In order to go through, you need to hold your breath. It's really weird. It's just like moving. It's like quicksand. You know what quicksand is? Yeah, vertically. It's weird.
That is weird. Alright. So what do we do in the meantime? Do we head back up to...
happened?
Were you not paying attention?
I was, but I guess I spaced the middle of that sentence. What happened?
Basically Tsume went in, then came back, and was not going to be rushing headlong into it because she assumes that Shira is not dead or not going to be killed at the very least. And
at least that's what I'm hoping. I mean, my feeling tells me, like, I need to go in. Like, I need to move forward with this. But there's dangers on the other side.
Mikashi,
we need all the help we can get.
so what do you suggest we do in the meantime and waiting for them? It's going to be a few days before they, at the very least, before they
get down here. Yeah.
Rusadana's a good 4 days travel. And if there's someone that's moved through the wall, there's nothing saying that they're not going to come out in that time.
I say let's back off from this place and just basically go into reconnaissance and just keep an eye on it. See what comes out, who comes out, stuff. And if there's any way, send word to someplace about it. Like there is an actual entrance to this place.
Right.
If we can get word out and stuff, at least we don't have to worry about if something happens, that other people will know that there is an entrance in the wall.
This is true. And at the very least, the Seiko Kage was assuming that that was a possibility. Yeah. Otherwise, he wouldn't have sent.
Yeah. So.
Alright. So we just wait here and recon a little bit then.
Pretty much, yes.
And Shiori, what are your thoughts?
I'm just relieved that we're not doing anything crazy.
I really want to go in there. I really do.
I know this is really emotional, and if it was my mom, I would probably be tearing this wall apart with my bare hands, but...
Shira is your mother?
Shira is my mother, yes.
Let's see. I think that's the first moment that it was spoken in character.
Yes. Oh. That is the confirming moment. And I would like to point out, Shiori, the thing that you saw last night can quadruped. And I start pointing out like the little tracks. Not the little tracks, but the tracks pointing out. This is quadruped. Someone can quadruped.
Okay. That's
so whoever it is really fast and can probably hit like a truck like I can. So I think it's probably a good idea that we back off and wait.
Okay. Let's
Are you guys saying this as you're sort of moving away from the wall, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I would point it out and then we would probably like walk off somewhere. I just wanted to point out the tracks, like what kind they were.
Alright. So you sort of make your way away from the wall moving back towards the edge of the desert. And let's see. Give me a listen. Everyone give me a listen.
Yes, I'm finding my
listen is... Where is my listen? There's my listen. 7 and 3. Okay.
What the hell?
Nice!
Wow.
Okay, Shima doesn't really hear much. She can hear the wind and birds.
It's a scolipede.
Wow! Probably everyone can hear something.
Look at the size of her ears.
No.
Shima can't hear anything.
That's not
No, I meant Marasagi.
That's not Marasagi's listen.
Oh.
Is that Makashi's listen?
That's Marasagi's listen.
Hey.
What's that 11? Is that Makashi's?
Nope.
Oh, great. We're gonna lose. Except for Shiori, since she got a natural 20, though.
Yeah. Shiori, with it being a natural 20, I'm going to let you get something out of it. You just don't hear the specifics.
Mm-hmm.
You hear... I sort of wager your senses are on high alert. And from what's been going on, and you sort of notice as you're walking off that there's like that dull, subtle sound of shifting sand, as if something is moving through the sand.
Well, of course she would have heard it, because she heard me go into the sand and out of it, so she kind of...
Yeah.
Okay.
In front of us, or under us, or
Behind you.
We're walking away, so it's like me and Shima are like in the back and stuff, and we're like heading back, so... So how far away from the sand would we be? If you could, like, move us.
From like, using this map from the edge of the wall, you would probably be, like, roughly right here, because the wall starts at the edge of the map, so you're something like a good 15 feet away from where the wall actually is.
Uh-huh.
But you hear it from behind you. Shiori, do you
well,
turn around?
Shiori does.
Do you turn around and look?
Yeah.
Do
Okay.
I notice her turning around?
She's gonna kind of tense up a little bit, and she's gonna turn.
Alright. I would assume that Tsume would see you turn around as well.
Yeah, just like,
Well,
I guess
yeah.
we all like... And she's like... Shiori like stops and like turns around and stuff. I guess we're gonna stop and turn around and see what she's looking at.
And shifting, coming out of the sand.
Da da!
Yes. Shifting, coming out of the sand is...
Like, could we tell, like, the sand is moving by the time we're looking at it?
Yeah. By directly looking at it, it's clear that
something's coming through.
Sort of like the ripples on a portal or something like that.
I'm gonna quickly just... Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm just gonna, like, keep my hand on my sword and, like... Yeah. Just in case.
Yeah. So, for purposes, you see as she makes her way out of the sand, you see a woman, probably late 30s, roughly. Very key identifying feature here is long, crazy, orange hair.
40s. Early 40s.
Late 30s, early 40s. And she's got long, orange hair, and one very key identifying feature is she has one gold eye and one silver eye. She has heterochroma. And she looks to the group walking away, and yeah,
we're just like staring at each other now. It just
she's staring, and she gives you a very fanged smile because her hair is all frizzy, much like yours gets, because she's currently in quadruped.
Oh.
What is Tsume's response?
Tsume is just like slightly mouth agape, just like staring.
And Shiori say anything?
How far away are we?
About 20 feet.
Yeah, 20 feet away from her.
And
Well then! What's that 24 for?
So yeah, Shiori sees this woman come out of the sand wall.
Mm-hmm.
She's on top of her. Like, she just like, was it, speed of lightning, and tackles her.
Ah. She...
Did I get a reaction to this?
Yes.
I'm just like... No! Stop! I'm just yelling at Shiori.
No.
Shiori tackles her. Speed of lightning tackles her, and the woman basically says she's still smiling, and she says, "You're not the one I expected to come running and hugging me."
I wasn't shocked. Excuse me.
Hands of the Thunder.
Hands of Thunder.
Yeah.
Does Shira wear armor?
Probably have the same kind of armor as me, but the like a battle vest or something that doesn't like affect our decks much.
Right. Let's see here. So it's the same kind of armor you're wearing.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't affect our like dex, strength, or speed or whatever.
Right.
So.
Okay. So
If you need to know, the equipment bonus is a +2. And
yeah,
it's
I got it.
So.
I just realized I did not put in the bonus she would get from class.
Is it metal armor?
It is metal armor, yeah, technically,
Okay.
partially.
Yeah, but it's it's concealable, so it's like you don't see it, but it's there.
Mm-hmm. So that +2 damage to touch attack, does that count to my damage as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rolling the hit.
No, that's... oh, yeah, I forgot I had to roll the hit.
Yeah, because
I can just auto-cast that.
you can
so-
auto-cast it, but it is a touch attack.
Yeah, what is my... touch is... Melee is +6.
It's melee touch, yeah.
Sorry. D20 +6. Keep forgetting I have to do that. Fuck.
Nope.
Yeah, she just kind of like, she just goes, this isn't a fucking hug, and like hand, like misses, like I guess she just like dodges to the side because she's way faster. But yeah, just like zap and like misses.
I'm going to like run up now and just be like kind of pushing Short and be like, stop that! She's like slightly conflicted because she doesn't know how to react to her mother, and yet she's seeing her friend attacking her mother.
Well, I mean, she's this like forced or no, she knows about us. Like she knows we're out here. She knows, more specifically, she knows you're out here, and that makes Shiori not a happy camper.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
I'm just gonna like, it's like I have this shock, and like it goes
Sure.
from like shock that she's actually here to this very upset look to anger. Like her face is just changing through all these emotions as she looks at Shira.
Yeah,
What
she
are
goes,
you doing?
not gonna hurt you, and Shiori just goes, it's one of us.
And
I'm just gonna sit there and like look at her with like anger and be like, "What are you doing?"
making the world a better place.
A better place. You know better than to join this group. Can I roll like a Jinjutsu to see if she's under like a Jinjutsu effect or something?
You can.
Okay, I'll say.
Shiori can too, actually.
I know I can. My genjutsu is terrible.
12.
Where's my genjutsu? Here it is. Yeah, it's even worse than all my other rolls.
Crit, 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 crit.
No.
Ouch.
Nope. It's not a genjutsu.
You can, hun, you can action point that.
Oh, I can make it better.
Yeah. Good.
96 minus 0. Okay, 13.
Nope.
Darn.
It doesn't appear to be a genjutsu of any sort. Now, it might be a technique, necessarily.
But it could not. It's possible that's not.
But doing genjutsu, you're not getting anything.
Mm.
Plus, you would have to touch her, and you're not to get a real effect from it. So, even though Tsume's was higher, Tsume's challenge would have been higher because she's not actually touching her. Shiori's, on the other hand, if she would have rolled decent. But
yeah, making the world a better place, and Shiori's just gonna go, a better place by ripping people's eyes out and laying them out in the middle of the desert? Yeah, that seems like you're helping a lot.
she's gonna look to Shiori and just give her this sort of, it's not exactly cold, but it's just a dark stare. And Shiori, this like heterochroma eyes is just piercing. And she just says, no. Those eyes that we are collecting will help us make the world a better place.
Ask the people who have them, and don't just steal them and kill them. This is senseless and stupid, and you're a terrible person.
Ooh.
Ah!
Nice.
Bring it on.
It's not an attack.
Don't care.
Shiori, or not Shiori, rather. Shira blinks, and she just sort of shakes her head for a second at you making that comment of, you're a horrible person. And she shakes her head, and the quadruped mode, because Tsume knows how quadruped mode works.
Yeah, I know.
The quadruped mode just fizzles. It's gone. She's out of quadruped mode entirely. And she just stares at Shiori, and there's this sort of, her eyes actually start to, after she blinks a few times and quadruped goes away, her eyes actually tear up a little bit, and she says, it's not me. I can't help it.
Look at me. Look at your daughter. Look at the person you've left here. Fight it!
I'm trying. Tsume. What's the matter,
What
Ghost?
is it? What are they doing? Do you know what they're doing to you?
What is it, Ghost?
I'm trying to figure out if there's a way I can just stop the technique. Like, if I can chakra control and end the technique by force. Like, if I can, like, I guess, like path techniques, like trigram style stopping by, like, inhibiting the flow of chakra.
You can try.
Okay. So just roll chakra control?
Yeah, roll a straight chakra control.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna put a point on that anyway.
Just because.
It's 28.
28.
Okay.
I know I'm up against something crazy, and I'm like doing weird medical experiments in the middle of like a really tense emotional situation, but
okay. So Shira she's like
And I'm sitting here asking her, does she have an idea of like what they're doing to her?
You're about to get that answer.
Oh, okay.
Shira, this is a gesture that's easy for me to do, but hard for me to describe. You know that sort of, like, you tilt your head to the side and you're grinding your teeth. It's like you're trying to remember or trying to think, but it's just really hard for you to focus.
Mm-hmm.
Where the frow's like burrow and stuff, and just it's like kind of looking frustrated. Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Yes, I do get migraines. Thank you.
That's the kind of face that she's making, and she's got her eyes closed, and she says, "Tsume, you and your friends have to get away from here. You have to stay safe. You can't come in here to try to rescue me just because you're worried and you're strong. I've seen that you're strong. I've seen what you've been doing. But if you get too close, I'm afraid of what they're gonna try to make me do."
No, I told our brother that I would find you. I'm taking you home. Even if we have to tie you up, I'm taking you home.
Shiori's switched. I'm sorry, but really quick, Shiori's switched to doctor mode, where she's just you can kind of tell her eyes are kind of not open all the way. She's just kind of that detached. The emotions off right now. I need to think, and she's just going to go. We're not here to save you. We're here to save everyone that's been dying and getting hurt and being turned into monsters and having their eyeballs ripped out and replaced and ripped out and replaced again.
Alright.
If you're part of the people we saved, then too bad.
So Shiori, you with your chakra control of 28, you're able to realize that that sort of chakra effect, that it's more that dark chakra that you had before with the eyes people.
That's what I thought. I figured that.
you get the sense of that chakra is here and it's sort of around and manipulating her, and I'm going to send you a thing.
Sure.
What are the other two doing right now?
Mikashi.
Just real quick, she was coming up and stuff. And it's this big kitty now and stuff, small tiny cat.
What?
Shira only remembers Shima being a small cub.
Right.
Now she's a slightly bigger.
Yeah. There's a hint of a smile, but she's too focused on what's going on inside of her own head for her to really register what's in front of her eyes as far as that's regard. Mikashi is staying silent and staying back. He's sort of went into this sort of observer mode, and
Arasagi's just looks delicious, so she's just piling sand on top of herself in order to blend it.
No, Murasagi.
What?
She's a bunny in a pile of cats now.
Right.
Some of which are absurdly fast.
Murasagi, for her part, is she's looking. She's sort of staring directly at Shira, as if she's trying to figure her out, or figure out what's...
Basically a bigger version of me, except with one silver eye.
Yeah, she's sort of observing warily Shira, basically. Does Shiori do anything specific?
Yeah, she's trying to get past this chakra and stop it.
Did you get the message I sent you?
No. Oh,
It's in Skype, not in... Because it's easier to whisper you in Skype.
Okay, yeah, so she, I see it. She, like, pauses, and then, like, tilts her head a little bit, and goes, let me see your back.
Right. That makes sense.
And I'm going to roll Fuinjutsu to see what I can tell about this seal.
Wow. Holy crap. Okay.
What? Is this like... Am I fighting her being taken over again?
Huh?
She's fighting from being taken over.
Oh yeah, she is.
She's doing well.
She is.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, considering the kind of DC she has to make, she's doing crazy well.
Yeah.
Just hope she can last out a little bit longer.
Alright, so she turns and allows you to get, like, bypassing the gear and stuff that she has on her back, and she turns and she's... You're going to have to hurry. I don't know how long I can keep this up.
Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna like, look at the seal, bleh. What the fuck? Action points don't let me reroll, do they?
They don't let you reroll, no.
Fuck. I'm gonna action point this one again. 21.
Okay.
I don't think I can beat that, but...
So, you do find the sort of identifiable seal on her back. Hang on, let me get it. Because it's a thing. I love that I can actually find actual kanjis.
I'm gonna look at
Mikashi, yeah.
Mikashi, I'm gonna like kind of motion, like get rope or something, or be ready.
He's already doing that.
Shiori's gonna like hand him a 20-foot length of her battle wire, like her iron wire rather.
Just in case.
Yeah, because it's like, yeah, if she can break rope, she probably can break this, but it'll be harder.
Basically, with your roll, you found a discernible seal, and where it is, you're just not necessarily able to, unless you marked it out entirely, like, somehow did something to remove the apparent tattoo that is on her back. It's not.
I know a way.
It's not a brand. It's not burned. It's just like an actual seal.
Is it like soaked into the skin?
It's like the seal on Naruto was when Jiraiya did the 5-pronged seal thing.
Oh.
Okay, then that would just like stay there. Can't like cut it off.
Not easily, no. Not unless you want to destroy her back.
Exactly. So
that is. How does one go about removing a seal?
I think there is actually some.
Or modifying a seal.
You can disrupt it, yeah.
Okay.
You wouldn't be removing the seal as being there, you just disrupt it.
Yeah.
You keep it from being active.
Yeah. So how do I...
Fuinjutsu again.
Fuinjutsu? Okay. Mother! I can't point that enough.
Now I give you a choice. Okay? I present you with a choice.
I can do
this. Is that the DC?
I can do this the clean way, or I can do this the Would Shiori know what happens to a seal if the skin containing it is damaged?
If the skin containing the seal is damaged, yes, Shiori would know. Basically, as long as the seal itself remained intact, it would still be in effect. If the seal was damaged along with the, someone has a seal on their stomach and you punch their stomach hard enough to leave a bruise that disrupts and messes up the seal. Yeah. If you do something like that, then you're going to disrupt the seal temporarily, but not completely. And
what about just kind of cutting the skin?
That's kind of what she was thinking, is if I remove this seal...
I was thinking that. Try cutting the seal away. Would that do anything?
You could, but that would take time.
Oh, God. This is gonna hurt, but speed of lightning?
Oh, gosh.
That's speed of lightning helps you to move from point A to point B. Not
Damn it.
move.
No.
I moved my scalpel from point A to point B.
Wow. Your chakra scalpel would help.
It would.
You could actually. You could do it as a surgery type thing if you wanted to. It technically would be.
I have Mystic Surgery. I just need the time.
Question. Yes, might be able to get you something. Can I look at Shira and be can I tell how, if she's barely holding on or anything?
You can tell mentally, or rather, rephrase, you can tell that she mentally is in pain. She is she is physically fighting something that is apparently ingrained into her mind.
Okay. I'm gonna sit there and be like, can you just hold still for a few?
I can try.
Help me tie her up.
You're gonna turn to Mikashi and be like, let's tie her up?
Yeah, let's tie her up just to be on the safe side, so...
Mikashi sort of snaps out of his being sort of distant and comes over with his rope to help you try to tie her up.
And we'll use the iron wire as well to, tie her up.
She is doing great. Good grief.
Good. If she can just hold still while we tie her up, just in case if she fails, we'll still have her tied up.
Alright.
Okay.
Are you going to tie up her hands for hand sounds?
Yes.
Okay. Alright,
okay.
Shiori.
This should give you a little bit extra time, Shiori.
Yeah. Okay.
Can we have her, kind of... don't want to say, late... will possibly be better if she, laid down and then just, a few of us, piled on top of her just to keep her from moving. This might hurt.
A lot. Shiori's just sitting here I don't think I brought anesthetic. This is gonna hurt.
Alright. Okay. So, you want to go ahead and roll your surgery to try to do this.
Yep. So, treat injury?
Yeah.
You can do it.
I can do it without a surgery kit because of mystical surgery?
Right.
So, do I need to roll to cast mystical surgery? Actually, let me look at that.
Yeah.
Hold on, where did I put it?
No. Ninjutsu DC 13.
Okay, good. I can auto-cast it. She's gonna, very gently, just a little bit of electricity to kind of numb the area. Because it's the best she has on hand. And then, scalpel, and... because that's automatic, and...
attempt to see if this would get away the seal. Hurt.
That's a 25.
Alright.
Skin graft isn't particularly difficult, but
I think a 25 gets it. It's just
okay.
It's just still going to take you time to try to.
And I was just like, we're like holding her down and keep her from moving, and
you're holding her. You're holding her down, keeping her from moving, and you're trying to.
I'm just like sitting there praying under my breath, like, please work, please work, please work.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say she gets 2 rolls again herself, partially because she's being in pain, and this is something she has to. She's in pain mentally, and it takes mental exertion for her to try to resist this thing.
So that's why we tied her up, just in case she loses it, but still.
Yes, but bear in mind, there are jutsus that don't take hand signs.
That's fine.
I don't think... I'm hoping that she doesn't have any signs that doesn't take any jutsus.
Okay, basically here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give her 2 rolls. If she breaks it with either of these 2 rolls, she's going to try to cast a jutsu in response. If she succeeds, then y'all are going to have to try to resist, and we'll go from there. But this all depends on if she takes that roll. So twice. Once. That. No. I rolled twice in quick succession. Technically, the 19's not enough.
Doesn't she have, like, action points as well?
Technically.
Can I give her an action point?
Action points.
I'll roll her an action point, sure. You guys don't know the rating she has to get to get it, but...
I know, but still.
Nope. Barely, though. Okay, so, jutsu. Shira, where is this jutsu that I'm trying to... Okay. 19 with chakra control, because that's technically what it is.
Would I happen to know what jutsu she will do?
What chakra skill she has?
Yeah.
You don't, but Shiori would.
Oh.
Well, granted, this is not the same move. It's in a sort of an upgraded version.
What are we doing?
Roll to see if she can tell if there's a...
Slightly different and upgraded. What is your chakra control, Shira? 14. and you have to make a 19. Okay, boop.
No! She doesn't make it anyways, but still.
What was she trying to do?
I was not meaning to roll a d20. I was meaning to roll a d6. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Well, you know, there's a technical thing that they can do.
Yeah.
Okay. So
the team gets infinite action points.
No, I don't get infinite action points.
It'll work for mine. I gotta befriend every chakra race from here to the Northern Territories and to get my action points, but no.
Okay. Alright. So, I want everyone, except for Marasagi, because she is not close. I want everyone except
something
for
that you can do.
Something I can do.
Yes. Mikashi's actually close too, so I'm going to put him there. Because he helped to tie her up.
Yes.
Oh, Mikashi's close. So something that happens in less than 30 feet.
Okay. So,
at what level is she?
I want everyone to do fortitude save.
Okay.
Good.
I can do that.
So it takes a fort save. That's narrowing it down.
You would have to roll and see if you would know it. Shima's fort save is 5. Okay. 24, and for Shima, fort save is 5. 16.
And then Mikashi, what is your fort save, Mr. Sir? 6. Okay. Okay. So, she's trying to get away from this effect that's on her head, and then she sort of stops. Basically, looks like she stops fighting it, and the smile returns. It's not toothy because quadruped is gone, so her bite's gone. But that sort of creepy smile returns, and she can't move her arms because they are bound. But she just, from where she's bound, she unleashes this, like, force field-ish effect, and pushes, and everyone except Shiori's was a 16, Tsume's was a 24,
Yeah.
Shira's was... So... What is it? 16, 16... 16, 16, 16, 24.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, so I am sitting with a 24. Because, plus 10 for it.
Yes. There's just this force, and... Roll a thing. Nice. Okay. So... there's just this force that radiates out. Very much like, Shiori's recently learned Repel.
Yes.
And it pushes everyone, except for Tsume, 20 feet back. Which I think that's less than 20. But, yeah. But Tsume is still there. She powers...
25 feet away from her would be right here.
It's 20 feet away. I was wrong.
Okay, so you need to be... Yeah. But if he was on the side of her, he would be pushed away the other way.
He's slightly over more here.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
One
sort
more.
Of radiated out that way.
Yeah.
And the only one that powers through is Tsume.
So what's that for damage?
No, the 4 is how far away you got pushed.
Okay.
Because it's repelled D4 times 5. D4 times 5 feet.
Oh, okay.
And this is in the middle of Shiori trying to do her surgery thing. So she's still got the chakra scalpel, and the part of the wound has been made, but she's pushed away before she can try to finish it.
But is it slightly disrupted since the wound is made?
If it would... I was sort of imagining Shiori was cutting at the skin to try to, like, cut out where the seal was.
Yeah, so she probably only got, like, slightly around it. Okay.
Yeah.
That didn't disrupt the actual seal. And everyone gets pushed away.
Except for me.
Except for Tsume. Do you do anything specific after this, Tsume?
Knock her out.
I don't know how much... She's, like, probably full up on health, and knowing us, knowing how my character is, she's not gonna go down easy in one hit. But, that's the case.
I didn't say one hit, I just said hit.
Yes.
Hit her?
No, I'm going into grapple style.
Yeah.
So,
She's
I get
already
paid
tied
for
up.
Yes, but if I can get a grapple tie and just like hold her and stuff, she won't be able to move anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
At least as much.
Thing is, what I'm thinking of. Okay, I'm just basically gonna. Like, my plan is to grapple her, and then get her into a headlock.
Okay.
And kind of, yeah.
Roll to grapple her.
Alright, hold on, I need to get to my stance, see what if I have to roll it or not. And I just instantly forgot the page number.
Grapple?
Yeah, 635.
13. I think you got that.
No.
Oh, you don't. Okay.
So I would have to roll it, so.
Yep.
So it's taijutsu, which is
plus 10.
Yeah, I need to put more points into that and stuff, but I have other things to dump first. Won't get any advantages to using taijutsu, correct?
Right.
Okay. 14, I barely make it.
Okay. And then you're going to grapple her.
And I get a +1 bonus. And a +1 bonus to touch attack made to initiate the grapple. So
Which is what you're doing.
So what is that? A +3 then?
Yeah.
Alright. And that's plus my strength, correct?
It's your. So it said +3.
Well, it says user gains a +2 bonus to grapple checks and a +1 bonus to touch attacks made to initiate the grapple. So is like that technique gives a +3, and then plus my strength.
It's plus your melee actually. So so that's a total of
13. 12. Oh, 12 actually. Yeah. $30.
Okay.
I get her into a headlock.
So you're getting her and you're holding into a headlock. Shiori, what are you doing?
She's gonna get up out of the sand and
get back to work.
Yeah, she's gonna. Okay, so so is Shira still tied up?
Mm-hmm.
She's tied up, and I have her in a headlock, trying to get her to, just basically pass out.
Does Tsume count as being in the same space as Shira? Because they're grappling.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, well, then speed of lightning instead. To get here. And, as best she can, start on...
You could just run.
It's not... Well, I know, but it's faster to instantaneously be there rather than take time to move.
Yeah, and, get back to work on getting it.
Yeah, and then, as soon as she can. It's not going to be clean, and it's not going to be pleasant.
What is your response to what I typed you there, Sam?
I might not be able to, but we sure as hell know a lot of people that can. And we will do our damn best to.
As Shiori comes close to her, she hears Tsume say that.
Just like I'm talking to Shira.
And Shira, she scrunches close her eyes again, and I don't care if it's not clean, just get rid of it.
Look to Shiori and just nod, get it done.
Okay, yeah.
What's the 14 for? What was the 22?
The 22 is for speed of lightning.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So that gets it. And now for your surgery again.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I have to roll surgery again, don't I?
Yep. Get it going again.
Yeah. It's the check. It's the ninjutsu check, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Actually, no. Don't you? We said before you did mystical surgery without rolling it, didn't you? Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you could auto.
I'm double checking because I think it's a 13, which means I auto.
Yeah, you
do.
It's
a 13.
Yeah, you do.
So
you just have to do the treat injury.
Yeah, I have to roll the treat injury to keep from murdering anybody.
Okay.
22.
Alright. So, you get it, and the, you see the, what do you do with the effectively skin graft that you pull off of her?
Thing is, you might actually have to go slightly.
Flail and panic.
What do I do? It's off.
Yeah, I got it. What do I do?
You like snap out of it.
I'm just gonna sit there and check to make sure that it's not deeper than that. Just that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That it doesn't come back.
Can I use a toned down version of a technique to do that?
What are you thinking of doing?
So in particularly deep surgeries around like major arteries and veins, if you keep an airflow on it, like if you blow on it with like pressurized air, it'll actually stop it stops the blood from flowing. So, can she do that to like keep can she use like Zephyr's wind or something to like keep air pressure on it so she can see beneath the wound without it just being instantly covered in blood?
Sure.
Considering I sliced like 2 layers of skin off.
Sure.
That's the thing. You might actually have to go deeper than that and actually slightly.
Yeah, I know that, but there's also a major artery on the lower back that I'm trying not to just bleed your mom dry.
I know. Okay.
That All is right. Priority 1, fix. Priority 2, don't kill. Priority 3, fix again. Fix after fixing.
Alright. So
Zephyr's Wind is DC 14. Does that mean I need to roll, or does matching mean I get to take it? She's like toning it way down too.
Yeah,
it's like either that or I boot both of them 10 feet.
Yeah, you can tone it down. I'll let you.
Okay, yeah. So she's gonna like do that with like one hand and like wipe away the blood to see if she can see.
Alright. It doesn't appear as if there's this deep ingrained seal, not like the one that you've removed. You're going to have to probably put bandages on her to stop whatever flow of blood. And as much as her body would be tensing because she's in pain, both you and Tsume, who are holding her, she starts to sort of her body actually seems to relax just a little bit. And she's breathing heavily like Tsume was with her rages and things, and she's
gonna look at Shira and be like, can you do a quick medical check? Make sure if there's anything, just a double check.
Yeah.
Okay. Like how you found that before.
Yeah, rolling another treat injury. Is my treat injury 11? Did I roll that wrong? No, that's right. Roll again. 25.
She appears to be doing fairly decent. You don't really see any sort of discernible other than the massive wound that you put on her back. She's probably going to be okay. Now, What about that skin graft? Is it still in your hand?
Unfortunately,
Toss it.
no.
Skin graft still in your hand?
She's gonna burn it. She's gonna Chidori and burn it.
Ah. Interesting.
Yeah, just like what is the most powerful technique I can do without showing off that I can throw a dragon at things?
Chidori, that's kind of...
But she also knows that Chidori fucking burns, and if she runs it too long, it'll just eat her hand, so she's just going to zap.
Okay, roll your performance at Shiori then.
That's a powerful technique. I'd be like,
Yeah, well, it's not... It's a powerful technique, but it's not 7d6 plus 5.
Good point.
Also, does Chidori take hand signs?
You would have to drop the skin and then do the sign.
Hand seals proficiency.
Do you actually have that?
I do.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
That allows you to do it with half hand.
So one hand.
Yeah.
Huh.
Cool.
Okay.
So roll your perform then. For Chidori.
What is Chidori's 22? Oh god. 35.
Yes! Alright.
All of a sudden we smell the smell of burnt skin.
Not just burnt skin. She's going to run Chidori regardless of how much it damages her, however long it takes to turn that thing to ash.
Burnt skin.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you say you are angry, Miss Chidori Shiori?
Well, yes.
Okay. Give me a spot check.
Fuck everything. After rolling 11s and 14s, and I roll it.
Okay.
Nothing useful, but everything else that we need.
Okay, so.
That's actually, it's like, that kind of works with how angry you are.
Yeah.
This is like, never mind.
Describe for me exactly how you are, Chidoriing this thing into ash.
She grips it it's just a piece of flesh in her hand. And she grips it and activates Chidori in her on her hand, on that hand that's holding it, and just lets it holds it as long as she can stand it to let it all just burn.
So you're activating Chidori on the hand that's holding the...
Yes, I know technically I'm not allowed to do that, but...
It's fine.
Yeah. I'm technically not allowed to use Chidori on when I'm holding something, but I really think that only counts for a weapon.
Yeah.
You can't... With Chidori, you can't apply it to a weapon, but if you cast Chidori on a half seals, you could theoretically put it into a hand that was holding something. It just would be around it and destroying whatever you were holding rather than doing anything specific, which is what you're intentionally doing. So.
Okay.
Okay. And you're just basically holding it in your hand and Chidori's just...
It's just a loud screeching sound. It'd be like, ears!
Marasagi actually sort of
covers
her ears and actually her head. She just sort of she does that duck and cover, but she doesn't actually lay on the ground.
Yeah, it's just like I have slight
loud.
Discomfort. So does Shima. Just slight discomfort from the loud chirping sound from Chidori. It's just like
Yes. All right. So. Why do y'all go this direction? This makes me seem so much more evil than I actually am.
Oh no.
Shiori,
Hmm.
give me a will save.
Oh,
I'm about to become the Silver Ranger, sure.
Great, okay.
Will save. What is my will save? I'm gonna have a giant snake crawling up my back until it bites my head off. Let's do this. My will save is actually my best one, so.
Yes, it is.
20.
Let's see here. Let me look at a thing.
Told you should have tossed it and then burnt it, but no. You had to hold it in your hand and burned it.
Okay. So we'll save.
Here's the thing. Our resident flamethrower is not here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Said 20.
Ouch.
Are you going to action point that?
Yeah. There's no reason not to at this point. 25.
Okay. This is what it looks like. Okay, with the birds and the. Are you looking at her? Are you able to? Is Tsume able to look at her?
Yeah, I'm looking at her. Just my head is slightly off to the side because of discomfort of the ear, but I'm looking at her.
So
do I need to roll a spot then?
No.
Okay.
Because it would be there regardless, and it would be obvious. Well, it's not necessarily obvious, but it's strong enough that it's there. Okay. So, you know that weird, the area around Chidori is zapped, and it's electrified and condensed, and so the air's sort of hot and very...
Wibbly.
Yes. You know that... Do you remember how... Did you... I know Sam probably did, but did you see that sort of effect that that it had on the environment whenever Toby did something that sort of that warp reality teleport?
No, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like your vision of reality is warping around, not only with the condensed chakra, it's like it's warping almost as if the sort of sucked out of reality teleport is trying to do something, and Shiori is just able to hold back both the seal and herself, and it's just sort of warping reality, and it's this dark thing, and then you now have a pile of ash in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay?
She just kind of blinks, and I think so. How long did I have to run Chidori in order to do that?
Probably.
Like, how much backlash did I take?
What is the wording of backlash on Chidori?
I mean, there aren't particular. Let's see. I don't think. I don't think there's rules for it, for like the backlash, but like we know it, like, you know, the result of like Kakashi overusing Chidori.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you're fine, but your arm's a bit tricked up. You would effectively burned and charred away. You have like 2nd degree burns on your hand, basically. So it hurts, and it probably could be healed pretty effectively, but your hand does not look very great right
Yeah, no, I figured. She's just gonna kind of, like, she's, like, holding her arm, like, and, kind of, like, taking slow breaths to try and, like, you know, ignore the pain. And she goes back over to Shira and Tsume and just kind of, are you okay?
I loosen up on my headlock on her.
I am now.
You don't feel anything trying to get in or anything?
I don't know what I feel. My hand hurts a lot. Oh, sorry.
I just like slightly tilt my head and be like, alright, we'll keep on that.
Thank you.
Okay. Here's what I suggest. Sorry, but I think we kind of need to keep you tied up, just in case, as we keep an eye on that wound.
That's fair.
And I think we need to head home to actually get some proper help.
That would probably be a good idea.
Can I heal the wound on her back? Like, I probably did some serious damage while she was moving around, but...
You can, but be glad you have half seals.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, you can do medical training and heal, and try to help the wound on her back.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah. 33.
Holding my breath. Let's see.
Actually, I'll do it twice, and that passes. So.
All right. You rolled a 19 when you could still pass with a 2.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So you sort of heal up the wound on her back.
Yeah. And are we just not rolling for the? Okay.
Well,
basically, I just heal her to full.
Basically, yeah. I mean, her wound. She's gonna still have like a scar, but
I just keeping an eye on that just to see if anything happens to that area as she's healing.
Yeah. All right. So, one last bit before we close this out. Wow, this went in a direction I was not anticipating.
Told you we go off the rails. Adventures!
Perhaps I should not have had Shira show up. But oh well. So, I mean, repercussions are a thing.
So, it's like we have her, like, sitting up and all, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to hug her.
No.
And then Shima comes over and just basically tries to hug us, but flaps on us.
Shima?
Yep, that's Shima. I, like, push Shima off. And, like, straighten us back up.
Shiori's gonna, like, climb up onto Shima's back and, like, kind of lay on her side. Not Tsume, Shima.
I know, but is this like after I push Shima off, or?
Yeah. After she's
then.
off of you guys, she's gonna like lay on her side, like kind of like not like all the way on her side, kind of like halfway on her back, but like with her like injured hand like across her chest, and she's just kind of like trying to like bandage it up.
Okay. Tsume, there's this sort of adorable-ish moment, and I'm going to close it.
I pull the mask off.
Off the back of your head?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't forget about you. I had you with me always.
Oh, I'm glad, Tsume. Let's rest up and make sure
And
everything.
head home. Well, we need to get the rest of our party and then head home.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's head home. And then Marasagi slaps her.
Yeah.
Hey! I sit there and I look at
Marasagi
and I growl.
She doesn't scratch her. She doesn't, like, hurt her, necessarily. Hurt her. She just slaps her.
That I'm jumping up and I'm, like, growling at her. Just like, grr.
Shiori's just gonna go, I just fixed her!
And then, out of scene. Oh, God.
Alright. Well.
God, I just want to continue. I just want to see what happens. Like,
I know, right?
More.
Yeah, but... Who wants to do the sign out?
I can, I guess.
Okay, you can do it.
Do you know what the sign out actually is this time?
No.
It changes so much.
Well, it's very straightforward and simple.
Thank you for watching Naruto, and thank you, Darid, for DMing.
Yes.
And
hope you enjoyed.
I hope you enjoyed, and Shiori does not deal with pain well.
Bye!